Welcome to our 5th annual Reach for the Stars Gala. I'm Katie Riley, President of Washington County Kids. During the pandemic, we have all been handed a lot of lemons, so we decided to make lemon drops. I hope that you have the ingredients for your own lemon drop cocktail or mocktail, or you have in hand your favorite beverage, and that you will join with us in watching this demonstration of how to make a lemon drop with Brian from Drop Shop Distillery.
So I'm Brian with Drop Shop Distillery. I'm here with Katie, and today we're going to make a couple of lemon drops. And basically what you need is you need a vodka, limoncello, some fresh squeezed lemon juice, and a simple syrup. So you start out with 2 ounces of vodka. And then an ounce of limoncello. I've got some fresh squeezed lemon juice here. You take another ounce of that. And then a half ounce of simple syrup. You can make your simple syrup, or today I just bought some simple syrup, so either way, it's all the same. Just like that, and then you take take your lid, fill it with ice, and dump it in. You want to do the honors?
All right.
So hold the lid and give it a good shake. All right, that's it.
Okay,
So now, what's the most important part of the lemon drop?
the limoncello.
Well, that's one. It's the sugar rim.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
All right. Very simple.
Yeah. Want to give that one a try? Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
All right.
Ooh, that is good.
That's pretty tasty.
That is tasty.
Yeah.
I'll hang on to this one.
And there you have it.
So thank you again to Brian and Drop Shop Distillery. And we will continue on. And by the way, the cocktail that my husband was receiving there, it was actually a mocktail. And he thought that was delicious as well. So cheers, everybody. So now I want to introduce a little bit of information about Washington County Kids. Washington County Kids is a nonprofit. We've been in existence since 2009 and been a nonprofit since 2018. We are dedicated to expanding access to out-of-school time programs. And that's because kids are much more successful if they have these kind of experiences in early learning, after school, or summer programs. And we want to make sure that all kids have that kind of an experience. They also do better in life as well from those experiences. We also support out-of-school time providers, and we help them by setting up networking opportunities where they can exchange resources and ideas. We also provide trainings twice a year to help improve quality. so that they can be the very best that they can be for our kids. And this past year, we expanded to include services for parents and guardians. We did that by providing resources on our website and also by having a speaker series where parents could get tips on things that they could do with their kids, such as how to help with homework without doing it themselves. So at this point, I am now pleased to get us on our way for the rest of the evening. And I would like to introduce our MC for the evening, Susan Bender Phelps. And she is the president of our sister organization, Friends of Washington County Kids, which is a separate organization, but we do work together. And so now Susan will guide us through the rest of this evening's entertainment. Go ahead, Susan.
Thank you, Katie. It is my honor to be part of this wonderful event. As president of Friends of Washington County Kids, I head up our political action committee. And that's because in addition to all of the things that Katie talked about just a minute ago, we are working on getting an initiative on the ballot for Washington County voters to be able to approve funding so that all kids who need it can have access to out-of-school time programs. Our goal is to get our initiative on the ballot for November 2022. The idea would be to raise money through taxation, and the county commissioners will get to decide what that means will be. But if you get to vote on this, it means we will be able to raise money so that kids who need it can get early learning, can get after school programs and summer programs. And that for kids whose parents can afford to pay something, they can get a sliding scale. We have an opportunity to really move the dial. And by supporting the work of Washington County Kids, we are getting the word out about what's important and why children and families need these kinds of programs. But what we're here for tonight is to raise money to keep Washington County kids doing what they do best. We want them to be able to continue to support providers. We want them to be able to continue to provide training for the staff and leadership of all of the nonprofits who provide these services in our community. By being here tonight, by bidding on the silent auction, by participating and buying a raffle ticket, by being part of our paddle raise, you get to help us strengthen our future, our community, and our kids. Our featured guests are going to offer you some wonderful surprises. Our keynote speaker has been a supporter of children's programs for a long time, and we're so excited to have him here. You'll also be able to win a door prize, but you have to stay here through the end. This is a 1-hour event, and I promise it will be worth your time. You can keep bidding on the silent auction until 7:30. So you've got 20 minutes to get your bids in, to outbid anyone who's competing with you. You've got 20 minutes to buy your raffle tickets, just $5 a ticket. And the more tickets you buy, the more chances to win a beautiful, wonderful gift donated by Montanore Vineyards. You get their 2017 Pinot Noir. It is superb. You get glasses with their beautiful logo and a corkscrew to match. So remember, keep bidding. We've got now 19 minutes for you to win big and make a difference while you do it. I want to thank our sponsors who, by the way, have donated $7,500 toward our mission and our goal and this event. I think it would be so great if we could match what the sponsors have contributed so far. And you can do that when you bid, when you buy raffle tickets, and when you participate in the paddle race. Remember, stay through to the end and keep your chance to win our door prize. The auction donors have done a fabulous job of giving you wonderful prizes to bid on, including me. I donated a case of our Rose and Fern Cellars Viognier. You'll love it. And now it is my honor to present our keynote speaker, Senator Rob Wagner. He co-sponsored legislation in the state Senate that would provide support for children's services. He's been a longtime supporter of children and youth, and he represents District 19, which covers Clackamas and part of Washington County, including Tualatin, or a part of Tualatin. Oh, he's passionate for education, and he's the Associate Vice President of College Advancement for PCC. He oversees community outreach and works to secure student scholarships, so important even at the community college level. He and his wife, Lori, who just got elected to the PCC board, have 4 teenagers, and that means they have skin in the game. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Rob Wagner, Oregon Senate Majority Leader.
Well, thanks so much, Susan. I really appreciate it for that kind introduction. It's really an honor to have an opportunity to be here with you tonight, and I will keep my comments brief because I can warm up my credit card and have a chance to get in on that raffle. So, and a huge shout out to Washington County Kids Board Chair and President, my friend Katie Riley, for all of her amazing efforts in the county and across the state to support children with the resources that they need to thrive. I also want to give a quick shout out to 2 folks you'll probably be hearing from this evening, Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici and State Representative Sherry Scouten. Congresswoman Bonamici, everyone knows, is such an incredible leader at the national level and in our communities, fighting for resources through ARPA. I believe the last number that I saw was $404 million for childcare is coming to Oregon from the federal government. In terms of my own personal background, I used to be with PCC. I now do a little bit of contract work for Portland State, but my passion has always been in and around education issues. My great-grandparents met at the turn of the last century in a public school in California. My grandmother ran children's programs for 3 to 5-year-olds in Los Angeles, and my parents are educators. My aunts, my sisters are still teachers in Portland public schools. I've spent my professional career in and around working and supporting education professionals, whether or not that was with the American Federation of Teachers or, as was mentioned, with Portland Community College, raising resources for the Dreamers Center in Rock Creek, supporting education professionals, and also in my time in service on the school boards. And thank you for all of you who engage right now. As you've seen the conversations that are happening across the state of Oregon, it's so incredibly important that our local communities feel supported who are truly under assault and ideological assault right now. We got to be able to work together to protect our kids. But probably my most favorite thing I've been able to do is through my legislative service the last few years, I had a chance to chair the Senate Education Committee. And then this last year as the Senate Majority Leader. During this last session, I was able to work with my colleagues like Senator Riley and others to make record investments in Oregon's students. But what those investments are, what they've taught me is that when we make an investment in our children, anything is possible. This last legislative session, Senator Riley brought forward yet again in brave fashion, Senate Bill 299. And I shouldn't keep saying that he's so amazing. He's probably got a couple lemon drops in him by now, so I don't want this to go to his head. But the bill that Senator Riley has brought that would simply allow local communities across the state of Oregon to be able to create children's districts, special districts committed to kids. I went back and I reviewed every single minute of testimony that Senator Riley and Katie provided in committee with this legislation going back multiple legislative sessions, the testimony wasn't just compelling, it was vital to talk about how children's special districts, service districts can help our local communities, reduce crime, food insecurity and nutrition, higher graduation rates, job preparation, support for working parents. We know that the benefits ripple far beyond the children who actually just participate. It's parents, it's families, it's the larger community that benefits. We also know that these investments are a crucial equity issue. Across Oregon, only 37% of low-income children have access to high-quality preschool. We know that the latest state data shows that Washington County's total childcare capacity is actually 11% lower than pre-pandemic levels. So this is the pivotal moment for our kids and our families. And when I reflect back to Senator Riley and what he and I were arguing in committee and on the floor on this legislation, if a local community wants to do better by supporting services, why should we get in their way and not allow local families and children the opportunity to make those strategic investments? It doesn't mean that every community has to support this type of district, but every community should have the opportunity to help its children succeed. And thanks to Senator Riley's advocacy, the bill passed the Oregon Senate on a 20-10 vote with bipartisan support. We often hear that it's all one way or the other. We had bipartisan support, broad bipartisan support. And during the discussion of the legislation on the floor of the Senate, I noted the words of an incredible Oregonian who just passed a few weeks before, Beverly Cleary, who I'm sure many of you read these books as a child or read them to your own children. Ramona the Brave was something that I leaned into, Ralph S. Mouse, and Beverly Cleary wrote, "If you don't see the book you want on the shelves, then write it." And working with their local communities and organizations across the state, organizations that have identified a gap in our laws and diligently work to write legislation that gives our local communities new options for voting to support their kids. I told my colleagues that day, and I will continue to tell them, Senator, that if we don't like the story that we see unfolding for our kids across our communities, then we need to write a different story. Unfortunately, the legislation didn't pass this session. It was blocked in the House, so it's a step back, but it's not the end of the story. The story of Senate Bill 299 shows that we are still overcoming a legacy of disinvestment and structural barriers that hold Oregon's kids back. And finally, as schools reopen for in-person instruction across the state and teachers and local communities are re-engaging with those students, we know we can see that there will be learning gaps to overcome, traumas to heal, friendships to rekindle, and now more than ever, kids and families need us to be there for them. The last year and a half has presented unprecedented difficulties for kids and families. And that's why organizations like Washington County Kids are so crucially important. You together stepping in to provide our children with the opportunity, parents and educators with the resources, and community organizations with exposure and support. So I want to thank you so much for having me for the Reach for the Stars Gala. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm looking forward to warming up my credit card. So let's keep writing a different story for Washington County's kids, and one that hopefully we can write across the state of Oregon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Senator Rob Wagner. I am just moved and inspired by your words tonight. Thank you so much for being our keynote, and thank you even more for warming up that credit card in the next few minutes. Don't forget, our online auction and raffle closes at 7:30. That means you've got 11 minutes to finalize your bids on the silent auction and get those raffle prize tickets bought so that you can win, and truly so that all Washington County kids and families can win and reach for the stars. Next up, I want to introduce Washington County Kids' newest board member. She's the Director of Regional Equity Initiatives and Partnerships for the Multnomah ESD, Rayco Williams.
Thank you, Susan. I am excited.
Hello, my name is Rayco Williams, and I am the proud mother.
I'm sure this glitch will be cleared up in just a few seconds.
Susan, I'm sorry, I was expecting that you wanted me to remark. I didn't know you were going to play the video. So I'm glad that. So while I'm waiting, I'm excited to be here and thank you for inviting me to serve on the board. I wish that I had known about organizations like Washington County Kids when I was a working parent struggling to find childcare for my kids. I think it's really important work, and know that there are a lot of people that are in need of the support and the services that Washington County Kids provides and supports for families. So.
Rico, as long as the video is halted, we've got your beautiful face on camera. Could you share with our attendees tonight what you went through in taking care of your kids, having your husband traveling, and you really having an opportunity that a lot of Washington County families don't have?
Sure. I'm actually in Virginia, and if you see me moving, I have a dog, a lab. My daughter's lab is bothering me right now, but she also is a working parent. We were both working parents, and my ex-husband, he traveled quite a lot. We had relocated from Baltimore, where I am now, to Portland, and he traveled with Nike quite extensively. And so I was at home a lot. And so we needed aftercare because I would get home from work pretty late. And so I was grateful to have programs at the school that both of my daughters could attend. And it really made the difference as a single parent working in Portland and living in the Beaverton, Hillsborough area, that there was a place that they could go where they were safe and where they were supported and that they looked forward to. So that was my story. And I know that there were a lot of families just like me who were in need of childcare supports for before, so that they could get to work, and for after, so they could pick up their kids after work. So.
And here's the thing. Reiko was lucky because she and her husband were able to afford programs for their daughters. So many families in Washington County can't. It costs thousands of dollars, almost as much as a college education, to send your child to preschool, to after-school programs. And we believe that every child should have the opportunity to access quality, safe, effective programs so that their parents can be at work and concentrate on work and not be worried whether their kids are home alone or not being taken care of by professionals who know what to do, whether they're supporting kids with growth and development or teaching them skills to communicate, to be more effective in their lives, and to give them lifelong friendships and skills, as well as opportunities to participate in sports and the arts, and so much more.
Susan,
So that's why
think the
we're
video
here
may be
tonight.
ready.
Yes.
Let's see if it'll start now.
Of 3 daughters. 2 of them are now adults. Being a mother has been the most important and rewarding role of my entire life. My daughters are strong, caring, and independent people. I worked full-time for most of my children's school years. Our family had relocated to Beaverton from Maryland, leaving all of our extended family back on the East Coast. Their father traveled extensively. I was a social work educator, and most of my jobs were in the city of Portland, which meant I commuted 30 miles each day, leaving home at around 7:30 in the morning and not returning until 5 or 6 p.m. unless I had late meetings. I am so grateful that there were extended day programs for my children, including sports. My daughters had a safe place to go, and they had help with homework, they made lifelong friends, and they were able to participate in sports, which they absolutely loved. Because I lived it, I know what it's like to juggle work and parenting. So many nights, by the time I got home, there just wasn't a lot of time left in the day. Before I knew it, I had to start the same exhausting routine all over again. Thousands of families in Washington County experience the same routine day after day, year after year. I also know that these programs may not be accessible for parents who don't have the financial resources to be able to pay for them. That's why I was thrilled to be invited to serve as a member of the board of directors of Washington County Kids, an organization that understands this and works to expand options and support for children and families and the nonprofit organizations that provide these programs. Your financial support allows Washington County Kids to expand access to after-school programs to ensure that more children have a solid safety net. Your financial investment will yield long-term dividends for Washington County kids and for families who are just like mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Reiko. I really appreciate it. It was such a pleasure to meet you the day we made that video. Now, we have 4 minutes left for you to bid on your silent auction item and get those last few raffle tickets to ensure that you could be the winner for the Montanore wine gift. And while you're bidding, I want to bring you a message from our well-known local pianist and composer, Michael Allen Harrison.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Allen Harrison, and I'm so happy to be here to say a few words about Washington County Kids. Access really, truly is the key. When you can provide access to children to a community environment where they feel like they mattered, where they feel like they're supported and loved, that is a recipe for success. And this also will enhance their family at home and give that child and that family the opportunity to reach for the stars, which is what this is all about. We all want to reach for the stars.
How true. Thank you so much, Michael. Next up, I want to introduce Representative Sherry Scouten. She's been a chief supporter in the Oregon House for letting our communities decide whether they want to support children's services. And her husband, former County Commissioner Dick Scouten, has also been a longtime supporter. Please join me in welcoming Representative Sherry Scouten.
Hi, I'm Sherry Scouten. I'm the state representative from Southwest Portland and Beaverton, House District 27. I'm here to ask you all to think about something. I believe that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And how do we prevent that from happening? Well, it's my experience as a public health for 30 years in the community is that there's a big difference between what happens to kids who have opportunities in life when they come home from school versus those that don't. We spend a lot of money and time and attention on really little kids, but if we let them languish after school, their mind at the point when their development is raising exponentially doesn't get to do that if they sit at home alone or in front of the TV all day. When I was on the Washington County Commission for Children and Families, we have all sorts of data clear back then that has showed how important it is to bring in these kind of activities for kids who might otherwise not have the opportunity to do that. Washington County Kids is an organization that is laser focused on that problem. We need to get the resources together to do that, to make sure that all children get an equal opportunity to be successful when they grow up. And it benefits everybody in our community. So please give generously to Washington County Kids.
Thank you so much, Sherry Scouten. Thank you. Next up, our last year's keynote speaker and longtime supporter, Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici, a true champion for childcare here in Oregon
Everyone, I'm
and in
Suzanne
Washington, D.C.
To your representative in the U.S. House. Thank you so much for all your important work to help all Washington County kids reach for the stars. It's been a challenging couple of years, and we know that we cannot build back better without investing in children and families. I recently heard from two moms, Megan and Marshall, who were both struggling to secure reliable childcare while working full time, and their stories brought tears to my eyes. And during the pandemic, we've seen parents and moms especially forced out of the workforce in staggering numbers. I heard from a single mom of three who had to stop working as a home healthcare provider because of COVID-19. And these stories all stay with me. When we invest in children, we invest in a better future. And we're making progress. I helped secure $39 billion for childcare, including more than $400 million for Oregon in the American Rescue Plan. I also worked to expand the child tax credit. The first payment of this transformational investment just arrived in families' bank accounts recently and will lift thousands of children out of poverty in Northwest Oregon and across the country. We are now working to make that permanent. Fixing the childcare crisis is also a core element of President Biden's American Families Plan. The American Families Plan would help low and middle income families cover the cost of childcare and, importantly, make free preschool available to all 3 and 4-year-olds. We'll be working hard to pass the American Families Plan, and it is so exciting to see a new momentum for making children a priority. I will keep advocating for these game-changing investments in our kids and our families. It's great to be your partner. Best wishes for a successful event.
Thank you so much, Suzanne Bonamici, for everything you do representing Washington County and Oregon in Washington, D.C. And now we have a special treat. We have Helen Raptis, the host of AM Northwest and a great friend of Washington County Kids.
Hi, I'm Helen Raptis, host of AM Northwest on KATU TV. On the show, we often talk about the importance of helping all children be their best selves. And Washington County Kids is trying to do just that. WCK came about because economically challenged kids in Washington County were being ignored, especially when it comes to the time that they spend out of school. That's the time kids are most at risk. But WCK is improving their chances of success by working to make sure that when they are out of school, they can take part in programs that keep them learning, engaged, and growing. All of us benefit from children who grow up to be responsible, educated, self-sufficient adults. And we need your help to do that. Please consider donating to make a difference in the lives of kids who really don't have a chance. WCK supports giving children a place to go after school and during the summer. For example, 2 kids took a program to learn about aerospace. They loved it so much, they plan to become engineers. And we know that when youngsters and teens take part in these programs, that they do much better at school and ultimately will have a successful career and the ability to be financially independent. It can also mean keeping girls from dropping out of school due to pregnancy. Now, during this pandemic, it's been a really difficult time for all parents, especially single moms and single dads and their little ones. WCK is what we need right now. It offers the opportunity to fund childcare and enrichment for kids of all ages and results in parents being able to go back to work and not worry about their children. Moms and dads can also benefit from the Parent Speaker Series. Parents praise the series, saying they learned how to change things up when it comes to discipline and how to have fun with their children. The demand is and was huge and on the increase even before the pandemic. Here are a few reasons why your donations are so very important. In Washington County, 82% of children under 5 years old and living in poverty didn't have access to affordable, quality child care. Only 35% of K-12 kids were served by nonprofit and public after-school programs. A lack of access to summer programs was propelling the summer slide for low-income kids, which often keeps them up to 2 years behind their peers from higher-income families. And finally, about 6,000 Washington County youth were not in school and couldn't get jobs because of a lack of education and skills. You can make a big difference in the future of Washington County kids. Thank you for your time and your donations.
Thank you, Helen Raptis, for those wise words. And Helen is so right here. I want you to know that we have tremendous support, not just from individual donors like you and me. We have support from organizations like the Meyer Memorial Trust and the Collins Foundation. Meyer has supported us over the last 2 years to the tune of $48,000 to help us expand our equity initiative. And the Collins Foundation just awarded us a grant of $10,000 to support our work with providers. This work is important, and no matter how much foundations give, without the grassroots support of people like you and me, Washington County Kids cannot fully realize our mission. We need you, we need your support, and hopefully in November 22, we'll have your vote. Now, the bidding is over, so what you won is what you will have won. Your raffle tickets are purchased. I wish you all the luck in the draw. Before we get to that, I would like you to welcome Executive Director of, I'd like to welcome Peter Vick, who's going to sing a song he wrote about the COVID blues. And it's uplifting, and you'll enjoy it, I promise.
Is it too soon to stop singing the blues? Our spirits getting better each day. Is this a new phase and now our halcyon days displacing dark times we hope fade away? A new year started and now springtime is here. Envision a future bringing hope and good cheer. And would I be wrong to change the tune of my song to a ray of hope that lights a new year? Can it be real to start the day with new zeal? Relief that soon we might find some peace. And can it be true? I hope I don't misconstrue that the good times will begin to increase. Let goodwill spread, now's the time to start. Set good intentions, each can do our part. I promise you this, that all the loved ones we'll miss will live forever in our spirits and hearts. Can winter gray skies will fade away to the sweet fragrance of a brand new springtime day. The rainy day blues will soon be past. A new hope fills our spirits at last. What would you say if I asked you one day to come and spend an evening with me? Imagine how I would feel so happy if I could spend some time in your company. We'd shut out the world for a moment or three, just sitting and chilling, just you and me. I think that it might bring us some peace and delight to take a break, so won't you agree? Can you sense the winter's passing to spring? Another season brings another reason to sing. Embrace the earth with a sense of rebirth. Explore your soul filled with purpose and mirth. There's always time to sing the blues, but I find that sometimes I need an escape. And will you take note that all the songs that I wrote, the tough times, they all fade away? I like the blues every now and then, but right now I need to take a break, my friend. So is it too soon to stop singing the blues and hope these times will come to an end?
That was lovely, Peter. Thank you so very much. So next up, I would like to introduce one of Washington County Kids' most fervent and long-term partners, Maria Caballero Rubio of Centro Cultural de Washington County.
Good evening, everyone. I am so honored to be here this evening to support and celebrate Washington County Kids. You know, Centro has been part of this important work for over 6 years because we believe in the vision that all children will have the opportunity to reach their full potential. After school time is a vital part of the academic success for so many children whose parents can't be home for them after school, and much less to provide extracurricular activities. The homework help, the tutoring, and even the after-school snacks, the nutrition is so important. For me, the most important part of after-school programming is the social emotional learning aspects that provide them with a sense of safety, a sense of belonging, and learning to be leaders. Believe it or not, all of this happens at after-school programs. Because after-school programming is not babysitting, it is youth development. It is personal growth, and it is interpersonal skill building that will help them to succeed in the future. I commend and congratulate WCK and Katie and her team for the dedication, the leadership, and the advocacy for our collective niños, our collective Washington County kids. I look forward to continuing to work with and support WCK, and I hope that you will too. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful event.
Oh, thank you so much, Maria. And now a special video from some kids in Hillsborough.
Washington County Kids. Our future, our community, our kids. And you from the Inukai Family Boys and Girls Club.
And special thanks to the Hillsborough Inukai Family Boys and Girls Club 5th and 6th graders for helping us out with this cute, adorable video. And now we have a special guest direct from Las Vegas, Impressionist Gordy Brown, along with his very famous Hollywood friends.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm Gordy Brown. I do impressions here at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. And I want to reach out with all of my friends to let you all know that this is a great program that you got for the Washington County kids. And it's called Reaching for the Stars. You got to do that. And it's Robert De Niro. We're telling you, we're asking you to reach into that fine big heart you got and support these county kids and donate to the program. You see what I'm saying? They can all hear you. We got the camera on right now. Christopher Walken asking you to bid on the auctions along with my friend Jack Nicholson. The reason why we want you to bid is to help your community and the programs for the kids. We need your support. I already told them, Clint, I can squint all I want, but I could still see what's going on. God bless each and every one of you helping out for the cause. Oh, that's right. You're good, You're very good. God bless.
Oh, thank you so much, Gordy. Who knew we had skin in the game all the way from Las Vegas? You know, Washington County Kids fills an important need in our county by serving as the only countywide coordinator serving after school and summer out of school time programs. And we also work as a liaison to the county's early learning hub. In this role, Washington County Kids coordinates communication among out of school time providers, serves as a centralized resource for these providers, expands awareness of the need for and the value of out-of-school time programs, and finally, encourages the use of best practices so that we can know that every child gets what they need when they need it by qualified staff. While Washington County Kids supports all out-of-school time programs, we intentionally focus on underserved populations with limited financial resources. And that is why we're here tonight, because when we support this work, we help to strengthen our future, our community, and our kids. You can help fund our programs and services. We're going to do a paddle raise, and I'm going to ask you to donate a specific amount of money. And if you can, that's your moment. Go into the chat and just type out the amount of money that you're going to give, and then follow the link that will also be in the chat, and you can make your gift right now. So first off, I would like to know if there's anyone here tonight who's ready, willing, and able to give $500 or more to support the work of Washington County Kids. Please post your number in the chat and then take it away, follow the link, and make your gift. Oh, Bob Perry, thank you so much. Who's willing and able to join Bob and give another $500 tonight? All right. Thank you, Bob. Let's see. He's going to donate at PayPal or with a credit card. Thank you so much, Bob. Really appreciate it. All right. So if you can give $250 or more tonight, now's your moment. Type in the amount of money you're going to give, just like Bob did. Click on the link and go to our website and make your gift tonight. Oh, that's wonderful. Rob Wagner just gave us $200. Who can step up and join him?
Debbie did, and she is challenging all grandparents and parents to raise yours for whatever you can afford. Thanks, Debbie.
Fantastic. Oh, thank you, Shari, for letting us know that. All right, let's see.
And also Rob's wife is matching his donation for a total of $400 from the two of them.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much to both of you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, $100 or more. I gave my $100 yesterday because I was going to be on camera and couldn't do it this way. So who's ready to join me and match my $100 or exceed it? All right, Reiko, thank you so much. Look. All right, excellent. And next, if you can do $50 or more, now's your moment. Type that number in the chat and join us in supporting the great work of Washington County Kids.
And Kimberly Culbertson just donated 100. So thank you. And also Susan Rinker. Thank you very much.
Thank you both.
Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you. Now, if you can give $25 or more or less, whatever is meaningful for you, please type your number into the chat now and then follow the link and make your gift tonight. All right. Thank you to everyone. And now Shari is going to announce the raffle prize winner. And stick around, we still have a door prize to give out.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shari, and I am so excited to be here with you. I get to do the fun stuff of giving away prizes. With the raffle tickets that you purchased, we had a total of 27. And using Google's fancy random number generator, I am very technically hitting generate, and the number is 15, and that corresponds to Sherry Meshke. If she's not here, we will reach out to her. Sherry Meshke is the winner of the raffle.
Congratulations to Sherry Meskey. Wow, wonderful.
Stick around, we'll have the door prize
that
soon.
wine.
Yeah.
What, Sherry?
We'll stick around and we'll do the door prize very soon.
That's right. All right, terrific. All right, next, Katie, take it away.
So thank you so much, Susan, for being a wonderful MC. And congratulations to Sherry Metchke. And now we want to thank our volunteers who have worked so hard to bring this evening's entertainment to you. We really appreciate their hard work. And I especially want to thank Susan once again for being our MC. We also want to let you know who serves on our board of directors and thank them for their dedication and service. We will miss Alexander Diaz-Rios, who has been hired as Dean of Students at a high school in Seattle. So he's going to be leaving us. And we will miss him dearly. We appreciate all of his dedicated hard work and wish him well. We also are happy to welcome Reiko Williams, who is our newest board member. And now we are also want to highlight our sponsors once again for supporting our efforts. And we want to thank them because they are really the wings, the wind beneath our wings. And they help us to expand access to support care for early learning, after school and summer programs, and also help us support providers and parents and guardians. We are really, truly grateful for their helping us out during all of these difficult times. And now what we want to do is we want to hear from Peter Vick again, and he will have a selection from that he has already recorded. And after that, we will announce our door prize winner.
I'll be there for you. I will care for you when you're feeling sad or even feeling glad. It's true. I will stand with you. I'll look over you. I will be your rock. I'll be your biggest fan. And when your heart it aches, I'll do all it takes to help you through, I promise you, and then I'll be there for you, my cherished friend. You mean so much to me. You will always be my precious child, my hope, my smile. Don't you see? I hope you will know you're my heart and soul. I want to show you that you helped make my life full. And if you're feeling low, I hope you will know I'll do anything to help you through. And so I'll be there for you, just so you know. Words just can't convey what I want to say. How I wish I knew the words to make you feel okay. You mean everything. You make my heart ping. You're my rock, the reason that I sing, and anytime you need, I'll be there indeed. That is my goal, and between you and me, I'll be there for you. You will see.
Thank you so much, Peter. And now we will go to Shari Getz, our program manager, who will spin the magic wheel for our door prize.
All right, here we go. Now, we said you must be present to win, so I'd like your help when I spin the wheel. If you will type in the chat, you're here, then we'll know that we've found a winner. Otherwise, I'm going to spin it again. Okay, here we go. Kathy, I know you're here.
Hello.
Hey, Kathy. Congratulations. We will reach out to our raffle winner and our door prize winner, and of course, all our auction winners after the event to coordinate the arrangements to get you your prize.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone for participating and for your support. And remember to make lemon drops out of lemons. And we hope to see you next year in person. And once again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Cheers, everyone.